This is Head Bustin' Boxing, and we are back in the house. And you know, normally I I don't get down like this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Canelo Alvarez needs to tell Julio Cesar Chavez to shut the F up, and really probably Juan Marquez as well, but definitely need to tell Chavez, man, shut the F up. Like, look, I ain't 25 years old. I'm 45. Well, about to be. Well, next year I'll be 45. I'm 44 and a half. And I've seen a lot of boxing. I remember Chavez in his prime. Now, Chavez was a so-called great fighter, and I'm gonna say so-called because the stuff that we call fighters out on today, he would have been getting clowned for if these same fight fans were back then, or if these same fight fans and the internet was back then. If you was to put Chavez in today's time, today's standards, it'll be a whole different argument. A whole different argument on how he would look career-wise. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a legend. I like him. Great chin and everything. But if I'm Canelo Alvarez, I don't want to hear none of the stuff he got to say. Because you keep criticizing the man, and I'm not saying Canelo is above criticism, but you keep criticizing the man when in fact you have plenty to be criticized about. Now, him and Canelo does have a lot in common. For example, a bunch of Canelo early fights were nobodies. It's a reason why he was at around 50 fights by the time he got a hold, well, by the time him and Floyd Mayweather fought. Now, part of that is the fact that he started boxing at 16. But I think when him and Floyd fought, he was about 23, I believe. So over a 7-year, 6.5, whatever year span, this man fought roughly about 50 fights. That's impressive, sort of, depending on how you got to those 50. Now, if you look at Julio Cesar Chavez, he fought over 100 times, and he actually fought 107 wins, 6 losses, that's 13. So he fought 115 times, and you could argue more than that, because some say it's fights that they didn't put on his record that was lost in the mix or whatever in Mexico. So you could argue he fought more than 115 times in his career. Now, Chavez fought, let me see, he debuted in 1980 and he finished off in 2005. So you're talking a 25-year boxing career. Kind of didn't know when to quit, but hey, you know, a lot of them don't. Wound up taking losses to people he probably wouldn't. Definitely wouldn't have lost to Grover Willie, but hey, you know, things happen. But the point I'm trying to bring up is a lot of the criticism he's throwing at Canelo is unwarranted, because they have a lot in common actually. Canelo probably won't finish at 107. I can guarantee you that, even though he got off to a pretty good start. Matter of fact, I think, let me see, when he fought Floyd, it was pushing 50. I mean, it wasn't 50, but it was pushing. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fights. So he was at like at 42. Yeah, 42 fights, I believe, when he fought Floyd. But that's a lot of fights for a 23-year-old. But how did he get to that? Well, that's because he was fighting nobodies. Now, I'm not going to put this on a video far as showing the screen. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I'm just going to name some of the names at the bottom end of his. Matter of fact, I'm not even. I'm just going to play it by ear. 2005. Abraham Gonzalez on 1. Pablo Alvarado on 1. Miguel Vasquez debut. Pedro. Now, by the way, Canelo. A lot of people don't know this. Canelo actually started at junior welterweight. But I mean, he was 16. Miguel Vasquez for debut. Pedro Lopez 0-1. Julio Chavez or whatever 3-5. Juan Hernandez 2-2. Christine Hernandez on 1. Francisco Villanova 4-5. Daniel Martinez on 1. Now I'm not making a big deal out of this because you're talking about a 16, 17-year-old. Because at this point I'm like a year in his career. Javier Martinez, Ivan, whatever, on 1 and debut. Ivan Ilascas 4-5. Victor Marquez 2-6. Jesus Abel Hernandez 14-4-1. So as you can see, he's starting to build up, and fight better fighters. Christian Solano 22-9-3. Ricardo Cano 13-4-3. Sean Holly 8-21-2. So now I'm just gonna start, instead of doing the names, I'm just gonna do the record. 4-14-2. 17-1, that's Gabriel Martinez. The ones that had decent numbers, I'll just name those. 15-17-2. Miguel Vasquez, 21-2. Carlos Adon Jerez, 27-9-3. 15-2-2. 16-1. Raw Pinson. So in other words, his numbers start getting a little better. You're not seeing him at this point fighting anybody. Not now. I'm going up. Now this is starting to get to the meat. I skipped up a little bit because at this point he ain't fighting nobody that's sub 500 anymore. He's not fighting anybody no more with 1,000 losses. The last person he fought with a losing record, sub 500 and way sub, was 2008 with Francisco Villanova. Okay, so everything above that is the most losses. Okay, Carlos Adon Jerez, he was 27-9-3. Now, and that was back in 2008. Everything above that, 3 or 4 losses, right? Now we get to 2009. Carlos Leonard Herrera, 21-1. Leonardo Tyner, 21-2. Brian Kamashis, however you pronounce that, 19-2. Jose Miguel Cotto, 31-1. Luciano Lionel Coelho, 26-1. Carlos Manuel Baldomir, 45-12-6. Now, Baldomir is actually a pretty good fighter, and this is at this time Canelo's first title, I believe. Let's see. No, that's for the silver belt. That wasn't for the official thing. Lovemore Nadeau, 48-11. Matthew Hatton, 41-4. Ryan Rose, 45-4. Now at this point, Canelo beat Matthew Hatton for the vacant WBC. So now he's a title holder, right? Ryan Rose, 45-4. Alfonso Gomez, 23-4. Kermit Cintron, 33-4. Shane Mosley, 46-7, Hall of Famer. Josito Lopez, 30-4. Austin Trout, 26-0. Floyd Mayweather Jr., 44-0, Hall of Famer, definitely. Alfredo Angola, 22-3. Laura, 19-1-2. James Kirkland, 32-1. Miguel Cotto, 40-4. Amir Khan, 31-3. Liam Smith, 23-0-1. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., 52-1. Gennady Golovkin, 37-0. Gennady Golovkin again, 38-0. 0-1, and that 1 came from him. Rocky Fielding 27-1, Danny Jacobs 35-2. Now, the reason why I drug you through all of that was to show you once he hit a certain standard, that standard stayed where it was. It was no longer going back to fighting club fighters, cats at their debut, journeyman. I mean, like, people, it's fights along in here that people didn't like. People didn't like the Liam Smith fight, but hey, Liam Smith was a title holder and he was 23-1. Okay, you didn't like the Rocky Fielding fight, but he was 27-1 and he was moving up fighting a bigger guy, trying to basically chasing another division title. We knew what it was. So I mean, beyond that, who you gonna complain about? Angola? Nope. Josito Lopez? Well, that wasn't supposed to be Josito Lopez. That was back in 2002. That was actually supposed to be Victor Ortiz, but he got his jaw broke by Josito Lopez twice in the fight, and they stopped it, or he quit, one or the other. And Josito Lopez jumped in for the payday. You know, he replaced Victor Ortiz, so that was supposed to be a tune-up fight for Canelo, and he lost. So I mean, you know, Shane Mosley, Kermit Cintron, I mean, these are decent. I mean, even when you get past Shane, the Kermit Cintrons, Alfonso Gomez, Ryan Rose, Matthew Hatton, you know, these aren't world beaters, but they're good fighters. Carlos Baldemir. If you would have went, now Baldemir was old at this point, but if you would have went back, you know, Baldemir was whooping some tail. So I mean, he doesn't have anything to be ashamed of resume-wise. Now, let's look at Julio's. Now, please bear with me because there's a lot of fights on here. Now, I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I am gonna skip up as much as I can. But it started out very similar. 1980, right? This is when it starts. Now, I'm just gonna name off, because I don't want to keep naming names, so I'm just gonna name the records. Debut. 0-4. Debut. 0-2. 1-5. 2-3. 6-12-1. 4-2. Debut. 2-0. 0-7. 20-13-0. 27-10-4. So these two fights right here against Daniel Felizardo and Jorge Ramirez seem to be some step-up type joints, right? Okay, Jose Angelo Medina 1-2, went right back to like beginner stage almost. 25-14-1, Manuel Vasquez. Okay, seemed like he's going up, right? Well, 0-1, 1-6, 2-3-2, 15-12-4, 21-13, Benjamin Abarco. Okay, 6-5-0, 11-7, 4-4-1, 14-29, 6-3, 6-4, 1-1. Now at this point, this is 3 years in. Okay, 23-6, 0-2, 5-5, 21-5, 21-4. Okay, you say, okay, he about to hit that stride. He a good almost 4 years in. He's, you know, it's time to start fighting some real fighters, right? Okay, debut. Hold up, you almost, because this is 1980, but this is December 30th of 2083. Almost 4 years later, you fighting the guy at his debut. Okay, 3-3, 23-11, 33-1. Okay, Mario Martinez for the vacant. Now check this out. At this point, he's fighting for the vacant WBC super featherweight title. But listen to all the bull crap I just read off. Who he fought on the way to getting that title. He ain't fighting nobody. But let's continue. Okay, now he's a champion at this point. 13-1-2. Okay, Ruben Costello 63-4-2. I give him props for that. Roger Mayweather 21-2. Great fight. He beat Roger. Knocked him out at that. Well, stopped him. Dwight Pratchett, 13-6. Jeff Bumpers, 19-3. Roberto Collins, 2-15. He's a title holder. Now mind you, he's the super featherweight champion, but 2-15. 32-13-4. What the hell? 31-12. 38-4. Okay, Rocky Lockridge, whatever. 27-6. 27-1. Francisco Thomas de Cruz. Okay, that's decent. Okay, all right. Well, that's good. 29-5. Edwin Rosario, good fighter. 31-2. So I mean, you say, okay, he hitting his stride now. You ain't gonna see no more bull crap like that, right? Nick Perez, 59-14-1, definitely a journeyman. Rudolfo Aguilar, 29-0-1. Okay. Rafael Lemon, 51-14-12, journeyman. Vernon Buchanan, 20-5. Jose Luis Ramirez, he was a pretty good fighter too. Matter of fact, resume look a lot like Chavez's. And this is a unification fight, 101-6. And this was for, like I said, unification, WBC versus WBA. Chavez won. I actually remember that fight too. Fought Roger Mayweather again, 34-5. So you know he's hitting some good opponents now. Kenny Vice, 26-3. Now watch this. Rudolph Bada, 19-6, and that ain't what I'm talking about. Ramon, Ambra Baru, 0-1-0. What the hell are you doing even fighting somebody 0-1-0? You are oh, and by the way, at this point, he done moved up the lightweight too. I'm sorry. When he fought Ramirez, he's at his he's at another division now. So he's a unified champion. I mean, excuse me, he's a 2-division champion, right? And on top of that, when he fought Roger Mayweather, he moved up again and won, because he won the lightweight, 2 of the lightweight titles against Jose Luis Ramirez. Then he won the super lightweight title against Roger Mayweather. So I mean, but now you're a 3-division champion, 4-time champion, and you fighting somebody 0-1-0. Now just imagine if Floyd Mayweather, now this is 9 years in his career too. So just imagine if Floyd, during the time he fought, I don't know, Ricky Hatton maybe, he fought somebody 0-1-0. Could you imagine the BS he would have had to hear for that? That's why I said Canelo need to tell him to shut the hell up. 21-6-1. Alberto Cortez, 44-0, pretty good. Meldrew Taylor, hey, classic, 24-1. We saw how that ended. He was getting beat down, but he stayed in the fight, beat Meldrew up. Was getting smoked on the scorecards though, but beat Meldrew up, stopped him. Well, the referee stopped him. Anyway, you remember how it goes. But at this time, he's Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year, and based off what he did, you know, with the Mayweathers and Jose Ramirez, and so I can understand why he got Fighter of the Year. And plus, he he fought all this in the year's time. Well, Jose Ramirez, that wouldn't have been in the calendar year, but yeah, he put in some work over that year, so I can understand why he got that. And at this point, he's the International Boxing Federation champ, the WBC champ. So, you know, he's unified. He's rolling, right? You would say he ain't fighting no more BS fights, right? Fought Meldrew Taylor 24-1. You know, he's beating, you know, classic fighters, Hall of Fame fighters. At this point, he's fighting great fighters, right? 5-3. Next fight. 4-3-1. Next fight. Jaime Balboa, 44-12, journeyman. I can't pronounce this dude's name. 29-1. I'm not even gonna try. Then John Duplessis, I remember this fight. 36-1. Tommy Small, 23-3. Lonnie Smith, I remember that fight too. 28-3. So now at this point, he's at junior lightweight. Super lightweight, junior welterweight, whatever you want to call it. 23-3, 25-4, 6-2. This dude, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand his record is incredible, but listen to what I'm naming off. 6-2. This dude is 11 years in his career. If I'm not mistaken, 3 division titles, 4, maybe 5 championships, because at this point I'm losing count. Come on, man. 39-7, 37-2, 29-1. Hector Camacho formed 40-1. But really, I ain't gonna front. Hector wasn't the same after he moved up from like lightweight or really super featherweight. He whatever. I like Camacho, but you look at his record, it gets phony at times too. But after Camacho, 10-1, 37-0, Marty Jubakowski. So I give him props for that. Greg Hagan, I remember that fight, 32-4. Silvio Walter Ruas, 24-1. Terrence Ali, I remember that fight, 52-7-2. Pernell Whitaker, 32-1. Then after that, Mike Powell, 14-8. Come on, man. I can't even say prospect record. That's a guy that might have been a prospect and failed. Andy Holligan, 21-0. Frankie Randall, 48-2-1. Well, they screwed the heck out of Randall when he ran rings around you, but whatever. 49-2. Excuse me, he lost to Randall. I'm sorry. Then the next fight, they said he beat Randall, which, in my opinion, Randall beat him twice, but they gave him the other one. But they screwed Pernell because they gave him the draw against Pernell when clearly Pernell beat the stew out of him, but whatever. Tony Lopez, 45-4-1. Giovanna Parasai, or however you pronounce that, 29-1. You like, okay, you ain't gonna see no more bull crap on this record, because at this point he's 15 years in. Greg Hook, 51-25. Now this is a guy who should be at this point fighting like anybody Canelo fighting at this point, and really way before this, because this 15 years in his career. Well, hold on, how many years have Canelo been fighting? Let me see. Canelo been fighting about 12 years now. So yeah, roughly at this point in Canelo's career, Canelo ain't doing nothing but fighting championship level guys. And even if you say, well, hold up, he fought Liam Smith, he fought Rocky Fielding. Yeah, well, these guys are champions. Yeah, he fought these guys for belts, so you can't even count them. This dude fighting bums. Now I ain't saying all of them, but a lot of these dudes are straight up bums. Like, we complain about Lomachenko resume. He ain't fighting dudes that are 3-7-2 or 51-25. This is straight. Some of this mess is straight garbage. It stinks. But anyway, Scott Walker, 21-3-1. Oscar De La Hoya, 21-0. De La Hoya destroyed him in 4 rounds. Joey Gamache, or however you pronounce it, 45-2. Tony Martin, 34-5-1. Larry, whatever, 22-6. Miguel Angel Gonzalez, 42-1. He drawed him. Now at this point, like, he ain't the same Chavez no more. Kenny, whatever, 22-1. He beat him. Oscar De La Hoya, 28-0. De La Hoya stopped him at 8 this time. Verdell Smith, 38-28. See what I'm saying? Like, journeyman, but at this point, that's probably what he should have been fighting. Marty Jukabakowski, 111-5-0. So I mean, Willie Wise, he lost to 23-6-4. Buck Smith, 181-13. I don't know what to call somebody like that. I can't call him a journeyman. I mean, the dude fought over 200 fights. If you only lost 13 and draw 2, that's, I mean, what am I supposed to say? He fought one more time for a title that I can think of, and that was against Costa Zoo. He got stopped in the 6th. And after that, let me see, Terry Thomas, Willie Wise. Well, Terry Thomas, 35-2. Willie Wise, 26-10. Frankie Randall again, and he beat Randall. I think that was just, you know, the last hurrah right there. Oh, and Ivan Robinson, he beat Ivan Robinson. That was a pretty good fighter too, but his record don't reflect it. But he was 32-9-2. I remember that fight. Then Grover Willie was 29-6-1, and he lost. Now, Canelo's career isn't over. Canelo have a better record, a better resume right now than Julio Cesar Chavez did in his entire career, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but in my opinion, he has a better record, a better resume right now than Julio Chavez did in his 25-year career. In his 100 and, what did I say before, 15 fights, 85 knockouts, he has a better resume. This dude, half of the fights on his resume was garbage. He needs to tell him to shut the hell up. Quickly. Who the hell are you to tell me that I'm this and I'm that? And here's the real thing. Who really did he, like, okay, now let me back up, because people say, well, hold on. Canelo, you was given some wins. You know, some of your wins are a little on the phony side. Well, you could say the same thing about him, because he fought Frankie Randall twice, right? Beat him twice. Or did he? Because I'll argue quickly, Randall beat him the first 2 times. And this the crazy part. Now I put the articles up, so you can pause it and read it if you want to. But here's the thing. I don't need no article. I was there to see it in real time. And here's the thing. This dude was getting beat down. He got cut, right? He quit in the corner. They asked him, do you want to continue? He said no. The fight should have been over right there. How in the world did it even go to the scorecards? How did it even get to a judge? How you gonna ask this man, does he want to continue, and he say no, and it goes to the judges? That fight, that's a forfeit. That's like throwing in the towel. That's that bull crap we saw Amir Khan do about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Of course, it went to the judges. They gave him the decision, which in my opinion, he was losing anyway. But let's move on. Meldrick Taylor, that was suspect. He fought Taylor twice, and I don't know why I didn't say that, because I don't remember seeing his name up there twice. But they actually fought twice. That first fight was Meldrick Taylor all day, and he stopped him, I think, like in round 8 or something. The second time they fought. And I don't, like, for real, why don't I see that on here? Because they fought twice. Up there it go. Yep. TKO in the 8th round. Yep. So, but my point is, that should have been another loss on his resume. Pernell Whitaker, that draw, that was definitely phony. Like, Pernell smoked him. Like, to me, it wasn't even close. So if you go argue that about Canelo, well, you know, he said you ain't taking risks, right? Well, what's risky about fighting somebody 51-25 when you 15 years in? And it don't take, I'll go back 12 years in, 10-10. What's risky about that? It ain't hard to scroll down a year later, 11 years in, 6-2, multi-division champion at this point. Scroll down a little more. I see at 44-12, all right. But in 1990, you fighting somebody 4-3-1, 5-3. Like, come on. 89, 0-1? And at this point, you already a champ? Like, come on, man. Canelo, tell him to shut the hell up. This is head busting, but I'm disgusted with Julio Cesar Chavez. Slap his ass if you ever see him, Canelo. His son ain't gonna be able to do nothing to help him. Head busting boxing. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. If you like this video, hit that like button. If not, if you a Chavez fan, hit the thumbs down. I don't even give a damn. Hit the thumbs down button. If you don't like what I said about him, say something in the comment section. We can go over his resume again in the comment section. But anyway, hit that subscribe button. This is Head Busting Boxing. I am out.